Hello everybody and welcome back to Theje's YouTube. Pretty much what I do here is I review the most interesting laptops to come through the gaming market, but today I have a special feature for you. It's how to run Super Nintendo games on your Android 2.1 smartphone. And the phone that I'm going to use today for this demonstration is the Motorola Droid. Now you guys might be saying to yourself, hey, I'm watching this video and I have a Motorola Droid, so Theje, show me how to get Super Nintendo games to work on my Motorola Droid. First of all, you go into the market, search for Snesoid, which is the emulator you are going to use. Mine says installed because it's installed, and I paid $4 for it because I want to be able to quick save and quick load. Very important if you're on the go. Okay, so let's run through the games first that we're going to be seeing today. I have Legend of Zelda, F-Zero, Legend of the Mystical Ninja, very awesome game. If you guys don't know about it, play it. Super Metroid, Yoshi's Story, Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story is the N64 version, I don't have that. Donkey Kong Country, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, and Kirby Superstar, also known as Kirby's Fun Pack, which is what you'll see it labeled as here. So, there are my games in Snesoid. So this is the first screen you come to when you start Snesoid. This is all your games you put on through a USB connection into your computer, and then you mount the SD card and you put it in whatever folder you want. The folder that I put it in, let's see if I can actually show you here. Okay. Is Android/SNES. Okay? Alright, cool. So let's run through, those are my games. Yay, those are all the games that I have. And I just showed you all of them. Okay. So let's go into the settings right quick, which you push that button, and then you go into settings. Enable APU, enable sound is fine for most games. Scaling mode should be scaled, if you can see that. Gosh, you can't really see that, can you? Let's adjust that right quick. Okay, better? Yeah, much better. Okay. So yeah, scaled is where you want to be on that one. Fast forward speed, you can set that to 8 times. Frame skip settings, very important. The default settings will actually give you very smooth music playback, but maybe just a tad bit jerky frame rates. And the default settings are automatic, max frame skips 2, screen refresh rate 30. Okay, those are defaults. What I'm going to show you, though, now the music's going to skip a bit, but the games are going to be much more playable. Max frame skip mode goes to manual. Max frame skips go to 1. Screen refresh rate goes to 60. And it tells you right here, Moto Droid 2.1 users shouldn't set this to 30, but I don't like that. Okay, so these are the settings that I'm going to show you here. Enable transparency is a go for most games. That's fine, because the Motorola Droid is very powerful. And then the C-Core should be enabled as well. C-Core is very important for games like Kirby Superstar and also Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island will have artifacts without it, and Kirby's Superstar simply won't work. Now, for my key mappings, this is what I use. I flip the thing upside down, which you can actually set it to do right here. Screen upside down. And I flip this guy upside down. I use my directional pad to move around. And then let's see if I can actually show you here with okay. A, B, X, Y. L and R can change based on what game you're playing. If you're playing Metroid, it's probably most comfortable to have it up here. And then select and start, or start is R, select is E, so you can select your weapon really easy in Super Metroid. It just works. Okay, and then your quick save and quick load should be on the other side of the keyboard, so you don't actually push the buttons. I have this as quick save and then quick load. Okay, and then my fast forward button is F. Okay, and that's a toggle switch. It's not just to hold it down and it goes. Okay, so what I'm going to show you first is Donkey Kong Country, just so you can see how playable these games are. So let's see if we can zoom in there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to look away from the screen now so that I can actually play this game here. And you can see the frame rates are very, very stable. and it works just beautifully. And the music doesn't skip too bad, if you can actually hear it. Oh, I just lost Diddy Kong. Yeah, that little, it has a little bit of distortion on it. That's because it has to sync properly. And it's very playable. There's no input lag whatsoever. Okay, so that's enough of Donkey Kong Country there. Let's get out of there. Close. And I'm going to show you now Chrono Trigger so you can see how well this guy emulates sound, because Chrono Trigger actually has some very difficult to emulate sounds, as you guys well know. And the early versions of these Super Nintendo emulators, even for PCs, didn't work all that well for sounds. So let's go and let's do a move that has some rather difficult to emulate sound here. Like the Fire Whirl dual tech between Chrono and Luca. So you guys can see what that sounds like. And the action is very smooth, but the music is... yeah, I didn't do it absolutely perfectly. It's kind of... it takes some liberties, let's just say. And the music is a little bit slower than normal. But if you set it to the normal default frame skip settings like I showed you before, the music doesn't slow down that much. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at a game that doesn't emulate so well, like Kirby Superstar, which nobody really cares about all that well anyway, but you can see the music skips and the action is a lot slower than it is normally. And no matter what you do, unless you disable something like the sound or transparency is, it's always going to run like this. It's a very difficult game to get to be playable. I'm hoping that it will become more playable if you maybe use a faster phone like the HTC Droid Incredible, but then you miss out on these buttons. So, I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. But yeah, as soon as Android 2.2 comes out, I'm hoping that Snesoid is actually running a bit smoother. Okay, so let's see how a Mode 7 game works now. Like Super Mario Kart. Super Mario Kart is a Mode 7 game, and I already have a state loaded at the beginning. And yeah, the sound skipping, it's doing just a whole bunch of nasty stuff. Going a lot slower. And this is where you want to probably move your buttons so that your acceleration key is the normal one, and then but your L and R button should be probably where I have mapped A to, so you can actually jump and do your super slide stuff, and then your A key can be mapped to like S right here, so you can still use all your stuffs. Okay, so let's change my settings up a little bit here and see if I can get that to run a little bit more smoothly, because you can get it to run pretty smoothly. You just have to manipulate a few things. Let's change that back to automatic frame skip settings to 2. I'm just changing this back to the defaults. This is the way it ships for your, this is the way it ships for your phone here. This is perfectly default. It's still going a little bit slow, but faster than it was before. Woohoo! Anyway, in any case, though, it is very, very playable, and you guys will enjoy it very much. Okay? Alright, well that's pretty much all you need to see, really. What I want you guys to do now is show me how this works on another phone, like the Droid Incredible, maybe the Motorola Droid 2, which I think it launched today, actually, but it doesn't have this. So, if you guys need that, you'll have to use the original Droid. Also, if you guys can overclock your Droid and run Snesoid, that'd be awesome. I don't want to try it because I don't want my phone to be foobarred for being compatible with Android 2.2, because I'm afraid the rooting my Droid is going to do that, so I really don't want to do that. So, yeah, please post your video responses, comment down there below, and I will see you guys probably the next time I do a laptop review video. Alright, well thanks for watching, guys, and have a good night.